Hello students, I am going to teach you about home science, the concept and philosophy of home science and its role in community development. So, coming to the philosophy and concept of home science, historically home science has been in the context of the home and household, but this has extended in the 21st century to include the wider living environments as we better understand that the capacities, choices and priorities of individuals in families impact at all levels ranging from the household to the local and global community. Home scientists are concerned with promoting and protecting the well-being of individuals, families and communities. They facilitate the development of attributes for lifelong learning for paid, unpaid and voluntary work. Thus, the home science professionals act as advocates for individuals, families and communities. The concept of home science is based on the ardent desire to improve the well-being of the community through every home. This can be achieved through the systematic arrangement of resources. Home science can take a prominent role in developing a good sense of personality in person. Through modern scientific knowledge, individuals' potentialities can be utilized to the maximum. The modern concept of home science is to bring up homes where peace, prosperity and progress prevail. One factor which has influenced the concept of home science is the awakening of women issues. The philosophy of home science is to provide equal opportunities for both the sexes to achieve better familial and professional lives. The imbalance between the roles of man and women can be avoided thus. Along with material and economical achievements, physical, spiritual and moral aspects of family living have to be promoted. This is one of the underlying principles of home science education. The home implants moral values of honesty, truthfulness, dependability and objectivity in a person. Thus, home science is a discipline of study that focuses on the management of human and non-human resources for vertical and horizontal betterment of the society, that is individuals and families and homes up to the community level. Noted scientist Mrs. Rajamal P. Devdas defines that home science integrates the application of knowledge synthesized from different sciences and humanities to improve the human environment, family, nutrition, management of resources, child development and consumer sciences. Now, when we look into the need and importance of home science, it is the science of home that deals with education through which desirable changes are brought about in family living. The need of home science arises out of the fact that the condition of the rural people in general and farm women in particular has to be improved or targeted. There is a gap between what is an actual situation and what ought to be the desirable situation that becomes the need of the day. This gap has to be narrowed down by the application of science and technology in their farm, home as well as in their enterprises to bring desirable changes in their behavior. The basic foundations for an all-round development of rural people, which is the aim of developmental work, are the farm, the home and the people in them. Farming is managed by the family. Relationship between home management and farm management is inseparable in agriculture and hence home science is one facet of total task of improving rural living. The need for extending the knowledge from educational institutions and research labs to the homes and farms of the community has been recognized, and any attempts at improving community living require the active cooperation of the women in the houses. The study of home science helps each person lead a more satisfying personal, family and community life because of the knowledge, understanding, skills and appreciation of cultural and spiritual values of a pupil acquire through home science education. Unlike other subjects, home science is a practical science one applies in everyday life. As a practical subject, it offers maximum opportunity to express one's ability to take up things and develop leadership qualities. Home science education develops qualities needed for responsible citizenship. It also helps to recognize the importance of food for healthy living, teaches how to prepare food by retaining its nutrients, and the importance of balanced diet. It also enables one to sort out family problems and find out solutions for them. Home science education helps one to start self-employment and become a wage earner at a younger age itself. The curriculum empowers to take intelligent decisions concerning the use of resources and materials. The student becomes efficient to nurture and take care of the young children to foster their healthy growth and development. Moreover, one can gain technical knowledge and information from various branches of home science for both personal as well as professional use. The goals and objectives of home science is directly related to the disciplines. Like situated in the human sciences, home science draws from a range of disciplines to achieve optimal and sustainable living for individuals, families and communities. Now, let us see what are the objectives of home science education. First one is to develop skills and strengths of the students based on scientific principles and knowledge acquired for a day-to-day living. Then to promote analytical abilities of students towards innovative research to improve the quality of life of family, community and industry in the changing scenario. The next one is to enhance entrepreneurial skills for professional careers. And the last one is to develop an appreciation for rural life, its problems and channel progress. Putting all these together, the goals of home science are individual security, health and well-being, social and emotional integrity. Now, the students of home science can apply this knowledge to solve the problems in their own development, build happy homes in future, prepare for careers outside the home. Now, let us see the role of home science or the scope of home science in community development in India. The home science content comes from the synthesis of multiple disciplines. This interdisciplinary knowledge is essential because the phenomena and challenges of everyday life are not typically one dimensional. The content courses vary, but it includes foods and nutrition, health, personal finance, family resource development or management and planning, textiles and clothing, shelter and housing, consumerism, consumer science, household management, design and technology, food science and hospitality, human development and family studies, education and community services, among others. The capacity to draw from such disciplinary diversity is a strength of the profession, allowing for the development of specific interpretations of the field as relevant to that context. Now, when we see home science as a discipline that plays very crucial role in family as well as community development. Now, when we link home science at grassroots level refers to individuals, families and informal groups of the target population. Through home science, a mechanism of linkage can be established and strengthened to disseminate technologies to attain quality of life. Optimal process of home science knowledge. Through home science, the knowledge base of fields like foods and nutrition, human development, clothing and textiles, resource management can be optimally processed and packages of knowledge and skills can be transferred to the needy families. The dissemination of methodologies, developmental approaches, and communication abilities among the transfer of home science knowledge at the grassroots levels are of much use in transfer of various technologies to all the stakeholders. Maintaining sustenance in transfer of knowledge is knowledge transfer, which is a continuous process. As needs of individuals, family and community are numerous, fulfillment of one need leads to the another need, and hence need fulfillment becomes a continuous process. Home scientists should assume the role of a conveyor belt for continuous supply of information and technology to the rural families. Monitoring and evaluation of knowledge and technology transfer is also one challenge that lies in continuous monitoring of transfer of knowledge and technologies for acceptance. Monitoring basically deals with techniques of management activities, while evaluation is an action oriented process for gathering information regarding impact of activity for systematic and objective analysis. So, home science plays a crucial role in this direction for sustaining the quality of life for rural families. This is a combination of science and art. Some of these combinations are the interpersonal communication amongst family members, the family that you care for, the food that you eat, the house that you live in, the clothes that you wear, the resources that you use, the environment around you, and the skills and environment that can lead to successful career. A professional home scientist requires a combination of knowledge from several specializations. This interdisciplinary approach of home science has also increased over the years, because not only the professional roles have changed their nature, but also a few made it possible as professional home scientists. The philosophy of home science has also changed to prepare individuals for professional roles rather than to prepare them for only for homemaking. Lifespan development or child development has interdisciplinary connectors with child psychology, pediatrics, social work, extension, family welfare, adult education and nutrition. Physiology collaborates with physicians and specialists from different specialties like neurology, nephrology, cardiology, skin, orthopedics, etc. Food and nutrition and health has interdisciplinary collaboration with biochemistry, microbiology, dietetics, physicians, specialists in social medicine, etc. Home management is concerned with housing, management, interior designing, soil, structural engineering, energy, carpentry, furnishing, etc. Fundamentals of textiles and clothing has interdisciplinary approaches to textiles chemistry, weaving, textiles designing, fashion designing, garment production industries and chemical dyes, etc. Communication skills work in collaboration with media, advertising, extension and information dissemination. Concisely, the major areas of specializations are: 1. Human development and family studies, 2. Foods and nutrition, 3. Textiles and apparel designing, 4. Resource management and consumer sciences, 5. Information technology and communication management. Coming to the context of home science for community development, generally the development is broadly related to two main factors. One is man's environment and second one is the basic structures in the communities such as gram panchayat, village schools and cooperative societies. In this context, home science works for the areas of concern such as personal development of rural people. Here the areas are connected to increase in agricultural production, so that the standard of living can be raised, facility for rural industry, related knowledge, facility for advanced techniques or methods, development of co-industries like animal husbandry, poultry, goat rearing, piggery and other farmings. Training the people for development of agriculture and rural industries, proper educational facilities for rural people to inculcate self-confidence, self-dependence and desire to work themselves among rural people are the aspects. Now, under the development of environment of people, which includes arrangement of family education, eradication of prevalent social evils, development of democratic ways, maximum use of available resources for community work, management of rural hygiene and environment. Next issue is development of basic institutions, which includes to develop confidence and respect for these institutions, to develop feeling of responsibility among people and to increase cooperation of maximum number of people. So, today home science is aimed at preparing professional workers like teachers, nurses, dietitians, researchers, social workers, designers, administrators, etc. Therefore, the interdisciplinary approach of home science has taken a new dimension. So, the welfare departments, international agencies like United Nations Children's Emergency Fund, Food and Agricultural Organization, Cooperative for American Relief Everywhere, that is CARE, are some of the institutions where home science graduates and postgraduates can find suitable places. They can also be like nutritionists, nutrition consultants, dietitians, food experts and scientists in Central Food Technological Research Institutes, that is CFTRIs, National Institute of Nutrition, that is NIN, and all sorts of media like electronic, print and internet media are where some of the other career opportunities can be obtained. Above all, home science offers more scope for self-employment opportunities also, that is compared to any other area of education. It can be like fashion designing, starting a tailoring unit, interior designing, ergonomics, furniture designing, catering units, nursery schools, family counseling centers, food processing centers, preservation units, multimedia production centers and serving rural communities through starting NGOs, etc. These are some of the areas where home science graduate can explore self-employment by herself or himself. Any questions?
Hi ma'am, I am Satvika. I have a doubt. Is there any relevance of home science to urban areas?
Yes, of course. It is 100% relevant to the urban areas also, since it is dealing with all the subjects like foods and nutrition, human development, resource management and also communication management and finally, even something connected to the textiles and clothing, what they wear, because all these are dealing with the basic amenities or basic needs of any individual. So, on the whole it is not only for the rural areas, it is also for the context of urban areas also, and this especially includes the goals of individual security, health and well-being, social and emotional integrity. So, naturally even in the urban areas many of the needs are not being satisfied and people who live in slum areas and much of the population belongs to the middle income group are also in need of this information time to time. Any more questions?
Hi ma'am, my name is Bisubhashne. I have one doubt. What is the justification of sustenance in transfer of technologies?
Sustainability is the aspect that is necessary for the growth of individual, that can be for family or even the community as a whole, for future where there will not be any disturbances in the livelihoods or even their lives. So, naturally home science deals with all the subjects, as it is being an interdisciplinary science and also art, that will be helpful in empowering the students or even individuals, whatever subject that is relevant to them, and that will be helpful for them in getting more knowledge, improve their skills and simultaneously change their attitudes for better living. So, what happens is their individual security or their well-being or even the integrity between all these subjects or topics will be helpful in better development of their knowledge, and the transfer of technology will be changing time to time. So, every time the new perspective or new way of approach of living, when they want to introduce it, home science can deal with every aspect and it will be helpful in giving them a very good empowerment of knowledge. With this, I conclude the topic of role of home science in community development. Thank you.